Click contributor, add it. All right. Yeah, just I think it's all okay. Click OK. All right, go back to your document management system. So I have my additional column now. Now look at that. What you have add here? What it said? Approval status for the first document. A column called approval status. Able to see?
Yeah.
What is saying? Pending. Right? Until the time it is pending, it is not available and visible to another user. Because whatever the content you uploaded, that content first require a review. And when reviewer review your content, then only you are going to get the option to see this content by all other users. Until and unless the content does not reviewed and accepted, no user can going to get this option. So you have now, you can check that what all content I have which is pending and what all content I have which is still in a approval stage. Now you have an option that, do you want like it? You can go ahead and say, look at that, right? Correct? Whether it can be approved, whether it can be rejected. Go back to the Tom one, because Tom has uploaded one document. Go to the next Google browser. Refresh it. I think it's still not coming to Tom, because I have make a changes to the views, but the views is still not reflected. All right, no problem. But still the Tom is not able to see the document which is created by the SP user, SP admin user. Now go back and approve the request or approve this document first. Go back to the first one. You have an approve or reject item on the top. Click that one. Now which one we have? We have a first document which is called DC demo. Click, yeah, this one. Yes. Going the right click, or I mean to say a 3 dot. Click 3 dot. Click advance. You say approve and reject. Give your comment. So what exactly you are asking? You want to reject or you want to approve? If you say approve, give a comment. Why you are approving that? So say that I review the content. It's okay. You can maybe type okay. All right. Now go back and check what the content status is. Go back to your document. Right? Correct, huh? So Moniki, what does it mean? It means that in a SharePoint DMS system, you not only you not only maintain the co-authoring, where every user will have to do a checkout if they intend to or want to work on a document. And then whatever the document modification he make, he has to check in, and while checking, he has to make a comment. But still after making a comment, it will change into whether the document is treated as a minor version or a major version. And even if the document which is treated as a minor version, you again have a two option. Do you want to see it a final, or do you want to see as a draft? And top of that, and top of this complete workflow, you also implement something that whenever the document is get uploaded into this document management system, that content require a review. So you have now implemented a new feature. Every document which upload in DMS need to review and approve. Until and unless the document does not review, it is not visible for other user to see. So what we done here? Here we say enable a feature which is called content approval feature. So in a real company scenario, no one allowed to upload the document or picture or any data to SharePoint without a review and approval. In some cases where the people who supposed to upload this content is responsible, then we do not need this content approval. But in a scenario where we have a very big team and I want to control who exactly uploading what content in my SharePoint. Is it really a company approved document or a format, or it is something which is beyond that? Someone must be at a very senior level, understand the content, whatever is uploaded in this SharePoint, that content need to screen, that content read to review, because whatever you are going to upload, that might be reviewed and get access by different user. And maybe that content is not exactly right for a specific group of users. So it means that every content which we upload in a SharePoint document management system, that content require a proper approval. So what all we have? Once again, when we talk about a SharePoint content management is work as a complete hierarchy. Hierarchy is very, very flat. No complexity. Top level of hierarchy is always a web application. Web application is going to create a database in SQL Server and a website on an IIS. And within this web collection or web application, we can have multiple site collection. Each site collection must have at least one parent site or a root site. And within this parent site or a root site, we may have multiple sub-site. Each site we may have multiple pages, and we also have multiple lists. And then we can use a sub-site. Within sub-site, we have a pages, we have a list. And then accordingly, you can define who has what access. So maybe a web application, someone top level administrator is going to control the web application. Someone at the site collection level going to control what the site collection means. And someone at the root site level, or maybe at a sub-site level, we are going to control who is going to do what. So let's say for an example, we are going to create another site collection. This time, I am going to define a different user, a different permission. So come here, go ahead and create one more site collection, but this time we are going to play with permission. Give it a name, security. Here, give a user called SPAdmin. Below, give Tom, which is my secondary site administrator. Click OK. So now I have a two top level site administrator, SPAdmin and Tom. All right, we did that. Click that one. SPVM, site security. Now go to the site content and create a subsite. Give it the name site 1. Site 1. Scroll down. Now here it said that use same permission as a parent site. I'm going to change this one. I'm going to say this sub-site require a unique permission. So when we say a sub-site require a unique permission, in a next screen, it is going to ask you what permission. Click yes, 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 and click create. So now it is going to ask you that you have told me to have a unique permission on this site. Means this child site do not need same admin permission. So on this site collection, I have given a permission to a different user. So maybe on this specific site, I have a permission which is for a user sp-admin. This is my parent side. This is my root side. On this root side, I have a two user who is going to control this root side, sp-admin, and another user on top. Now below I have three different subsites. One might be for a sales department. One might be for my IT department. One might be for my HR department. Now what I want here, on this specific side, my HR manager have a permission. On this IT side, my IT head have a permission. On this, maybe on this specific type, I have the general manager have a permission. Why I want to give a permission to a department head? Because department head will know what type of content need to be uploaded by user in my site. Which type of content we are going to create, who going to access. This is better known by department, not by the people like you and me. Because people like you and me, we only see the IT. We have no clue what this department do and what the user within the department is going to do. So what is the best strategy we follow? With each sub-site, we are going to assign a different permission, and as a strategy, in a state of giving a permission to IT people, I can assign a permission to an HR people. Also, we can do more, you can say, drill down. For example, who can manage the site? Who can manage this site? Means who is going to be my sub-site administrator? Who can only view the site? They can't change it. They can't do any modification. Or maybe something which I want to give on top of that. So it means that whenever we are trying to play that how my whole content hierarchy going to work, we not only have to design our hierarchy, we also have to implement a very right security in place. Not necessary that everyone need an admin privilege. Maybe people read a different privilege at all, different privilege as well. And this is how we are going to play with my content hierarchy system. So let's have a quick 5-minute break, Monique, and then we come back and then we are going to play with the hierarchy. Okay?
All right.
All right. Yes. Why I'm saying here 5-minute timer. Why this becomes so stop? The same, say start, and we can see here. that it is going to give you a two option. Okay. What is the first thing? How you are going to handle the visitor to the site. So for an example, not necessarily every people come to your SharePoint site to do some kind of a transaction like modify, upload or download. Many people come to your SharePoint only to read an information. For example, I am a blog site. In a blog site, there is nothing to download, there is nothing to upload. People will come, see my blog, and then go. So, to that type of person who is a visitor, what right do you want to give? By default, what the right they have? Only a read right. Now it is asking you, do you want to create a new group or you want to use an existing group? Click use an existing group. When you click an existing group, it is going to give you all the group which you can use to grant an access. Let's drop down and select a group who can only a visitor. So click security visitor. What the second thing? He said that who is going to be a member of a contributor group. Contributor group means a group who want to do something with your site. They can change something, they can upload something, they can create something. I call them as a contributor. So for the contributor, I have a right which is called a contribute right. But which all user? Now here let's type Tim. In below, after system account, type the name Tim. Below, you have a system account. Yeah. Type here user Tim. All right. Click that one. Yeah. And also type SP admin. Yeah, admin. Check name. All right. So I have a two user. One is called Tim and one is called user admin who going to be a contributor role. The last one is a full control. Who want? Let's say for an example, Don, a user Don which we created, they want a full right and that user is exactly my admin for the site. So again, remove the system account, type a user Don, remove the system account, type the user Don, check name and type SP admin. So SP admin being a top level administrator, they need access on all subsite. Click check name. Now this is the way through which we are going to control the security of all my subsite. Different department user, different permission. Everyone require a different security permission on this specific subsite. All done? Click OK. Your sub-site is created. Create the second site. Give it a name, HR site. So go back to your main site, security. Then again, site content, sub-site. Give it a name, HR site. Use unique permission. Pretty good. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So first one, visitor. By default, visitor only require a read write. So for that, I'm going to use only yes. Now let's say for an example, this specific site require a different user permission. So first in a AD, let's create a user. Let's create a user in HR department. Give it a name, HRD. Right click and create a user. Create two user. One is HRD, one is HR. HRD is generally head of the HR department.